Hello and welcome to the last day of Season 4 StarLadder. And, well, I say the last day, but it's actually only the last day of the group stages. After today, we'll finally find out which 4 teams will be going to the Kiev Cyber Arena offline finals for StarLadder Season 4. And to help you get that information, I already got this one for you, where you can see that we already know for a fact Navi and Virtus Pro will be going there. Above the other line, above the line, is also Empire, Fnatic, Mouse, and No Tidehunter. All those teams have still got a chance to go to Kiev. The only difference is Empire and Fnatic, both of those teams have only got one more game to play. If they win it, they're through. They're going to Kiev. No questions asked. Empire has to play a match against El Pride, which we'll see after this game. Fnatic has to play a match against Pulse, which we'll see after that game, the other game from Empire. And Mousesports and No Tidehunter, they have to hope that Empire and Fnatic lose, and then they still have to win their remaining 2 games, which they have today. And then, if they've done that, then there will be a tie. So they can also hope that, well, either one loses a match, Empire or Fnatic, so they can only have a 3-way tie rather than having a 4-way tie. When there is a tie, I am not sure what happens. I've just been told by Villa that there will be a chance for all teams to still go. So it doesn't matter that Mousesports already lost against Fnatic and Empire. So it is going to be a tie. And, well, that only depends on the matches, of course. For the teams that you see under the list, there is those 3 teams. 2 of those will have to play regulation matches against teams from the Pro Series to still stay in the Star Series, which they're in right now, of course. As you can see, the amount of games played is varies. Paul still has 3 games to play today, and they will play all today. It's 1 against Fnatic, 1 against Mousesports, the other one against... I think it's going to be No Tidehunter, actually. No, No Tidehunter has got his match today. I'm not sure. Well, check out my schedule if you want to know that. But anyway, games today. So, 25 is also in there. They are allowed to lose that match and still have a chance of being not in the regulation matches. However, if they win, they're a bit more on the safe side. Though if they win, there's still no guarantee that they're not going to have to play regulation matches, because Sven Hunters might win as well. Sven Hunters is going to be up against Mousesports. I have to say though, that game, Sven Hunters against Mousesports, is going to be at the same time as Empire vs El Pride. I will be casting Empire vs El Pride, and Mout will be casting Mousesports vs Sven Hunters on the Neo Dota stream. So if you're wondering where that game is going to be, you can check that out. Anyway, No Tidehunter versus 25. No Tidehunter has to win to still have a chance. 25 would want to win to still not having to play regulation matches. We're going to see how they're going to try and do that. And we are going to have a Batrider and a Wisp and a Magnus and an Undying not in the pool, which gave the No Tidehunter team the first pick, by the way. They gave them the Bounty Hunter, so they were able to pick that one up with the Darkseer, and the Ruby picked up by 25. And then the Templar, Assassin, and Jakiro for No Tidehunter, so they have got a very great lineup already. Also kind of give away what they want to do, of course, with the Bounty Hunter off lane, Templar Assassin, mid lane, Jakiro is going to be the support. So easy bans for 25, I would say. Easy to estimate what heroes No Tidehunter would still like to have. For 25, they have got their off lane, even though the Darkseer, we've seen him up against the Templar Assassin in the mid lately as well. Rubik, same story, we've seen him playing solo mid, we've seen him playing support. A lot of options there, and I think that maybe their last pick is going to be a bit more, well, defining about what they're going to do. But it's all depending on them, and we are ticking down to their bonus time, and they pick Enigma, so they have got their jungle hero secured, meaning that instead of banning out Sven and Chaos Knight, which is 2 heroes that you would kind of want to be banned out if you have the Jakiro on the opponent's side, we might see the Chen being banned out, for example, or maybe even the Enchantress as well, just to make sure that you're going to be the one with the strongest jungle hero. Well, you already are the strongest jungle hero, but you also don't want to be up against the Chen still. And Enchantress, a bit less bad to have that one go through. It's a bit more situational hero in that sense. But we're gonna see. 25 for their lineup. Like I said, they're very loose in what they go for.
10 seconds remaining.
What they go for. Very loose at what they can still pick up.
5 seconds remaining.
So we're gonna see No Tidehunter. They have got the first pick. so they can save their own hero that they still want to have in the pool, but at the same time they have to make sure that they don't ban out heroes that otherwise 25 would think about banning out, so that they would otherwise force 25 to ban out other heroes. I don't know, does this make sense? It makes sense in my head. That's about it, but hey. We have got, of course, a Sven ban out by 25, like I said, a logical choice there, as we have the Tidehunter and the Lone Druid being banned out by by no Tidehunter, so they don't want to be facing that team fight, and no Lone Druid either. As well, it's actually quite surprising to see no Tidehunter actually being the one to ban out that Lone Druid, of course, for Admiral Bulldog, but at the same time, we already know that Admiral Bulldog is going to be playing that Bounty Hunter, so they don't really need it anymore. We've got the Queen of Pain being banned out for no Tidehunter. That's a mid hero that is still fairly decent against the Templar Assassin, and they just don't want to be facing that one. With the Keeper of the Light banned out by 25, so that's the one that they don't want to face on a tri-lane. We might still have a Chaos Knight being banned out, but perhaps it's still going to be the Chen. I mean, there's a lot of carry potential heroes still in the pool that no Tidehunter could go for, even if that Chaos Knight would be banned out. And for 25, I mean, what's more annoying to face, right? Is it going to be that Chaos Knight, or is it even going to be a Luna, who we have seen so much playtime of in the last couple of days? About that time will tell, as we have got the ban out for the Faceless Void, actually, interestingly enough. That was not something I was expecting. Faceless Void still being the hardest carry in the game because of his Chronosphere, mostly. But well, normally we've seen him picked up against the Sven, and Sven is already being banned out. But maybe we still will see 25 wanting to go for the Chaos Knight. If they're going to be given the chance, that remains to be seen. As no Tidehunter can pick first, as we already saw that they have the first pick indeed. And if you're wondering how does that go, that their first pick and Dire and everything, well, that is because very simple, the team that is in the lobby first, as the first team there, which in this case was 25, can decide, do they want to go for the first pick, or do they want to choose a side? And 25 have decided that they want to pick a side, and they picked Radiant, which means that no Tidehunter can decide to go for first pick. So that is going to be the case. We have Gyrocopter picked up for no Tidehunter, so this kind of looks like a potential for an aggressive tri-lane. And personally, I am a fan of aggressive tri-lanes, and I think most of you are too, because aggressive tri-lanes makes for that interesting play, makes for that dance around a lane to try and get kills, to see if the aggressive tri-lane for the team that has that can get that advantage on the lane, and if the team, of course, that is on the defensive side in that case, can withstand the power of the tri-lane in safety, and maybe even still take some advantage of the overextension that they're going to be hoping will happen from the other side. So it is going to be interesting to see that. If it's going to be happening, I'm not sure. Gyrocopter's still the one hero that we have seen mostly on the aggressive tri-lane, so a lot of potential for it, but we'll have to see how they're going to lane it. Of course, that would mean that the Bounty Hunter will probably be top, will probably be on the safe lane, and another added value to that is that, of course, the Bounty Hunter will get fast levels, will get level 6 fast, we'll be able to get track kills faster, we'll be able to help the Templar Assassin faster, and we have got an Age of Desperation picked up by 25, so I do think we're going to be seeing a Chaos Knight, but that would mean that we'll see a Rubik on the mid lane, Darkseer on the off lane, Enigma in the jungle, and an Age of Desperation Chaos Knight, maybe actually those two mid, and then the Rubik on the safe lane. I mean, they have got a lot of options there. The thing that worries me about 25's lineup is that, you know, normally you have a lineup that has a high gank like Tidehunter has with the Bounty Hunter Templar Assassin, high team fight, high, well, late game carry, a bit of a strategy that you can work around it. Well, for 25, they might be getting a very strong lane with a Chaos Knight there, but other than that, the heroes separately are very good. We know that the Darkseer Enigma combination is of course very good as well, especially with the Age of Desperation ulti going over the top, so the team fight is definitely there, but it's not as great as it might be. And I'm kind of feeling like 25's lineup right now is lacking some, well, some personality, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure if that's the right word for it. We have the Shadow Shaman being picked up by no Tidehunter, as we are gonna see them probably having that one on an aggressive tri-lane, so let's hope that's gonna be the case. And last pickup, they only have 23 seconds left into their bonus time. It's not that much time left, actually. No Tidehunter has 24 seconds still, and that's the Lifestealer. No Chaos Knight there. Lifestealer, however, also a nice combination with that Age of Desperation. Open Wounds can slow the target enough down to get those cold feet up, and that should be enough to do it. But still interesting to see that, as well, we're gonna have to see how it works out. On lanes, I don't think they have the stronger lanes, but do they have enough defenses to withstand those lanes that no Tyrant is gonna pull out? I'm not sure. Of course, we all know that on paper it is gonna be no Tidehunter that in theory should be the winner. So we're gonna have to see if 25 can live up to that potential from no Tidehunter. And that's the game that we're gonna see, and that is also why I'm now switching overlays so that you can see the entire map. And don't forget to switch overlays. Don't you just love that? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Okay, enough with that. Sorry. Also, since I've been getting some feedback yesterday, thank you for feedback, by the way, it's always welcome, that I talk too much, and actually should try to have some pauses when I'm talking. I will try to have some pauses when I'm talking, and hope I won't sound too quiet, but please let me know how it works out. I might fail at it completely, though, like I'm usually used to just calling everything because I want you to know everything, even though you can see half of the stuff that I say by yourself also, but you know, it's just a habit, so bear with me. Let's see, 25, they're going to be on the Radiant side. We're going to have a stand-in, it's going to be Screen, who's going to be on the Ancient Apparition. Seedoy will be playing that Enigma. And we're going to have also another stand-in playing the Darkseer, who will be played by Nubik. On the Rubik will see Stellianer, so he'll be indeed going towards the mid lane as he normally goes to, but he did pick up the sentry wards. Why are you stand-ins and why am I TA? Ooh. Ooh, we're gonna have Eternal Envy playing the TA, interesting. But first we're gonna see Nexus, and he is gonna be playing the Lifestealer. So that's gonna be the full lineup of 25, or full lineup including 2 stand-ins, I guess, in a way. As we're seeing no Tidehunter preparing on the Dire side. Looks like Admiral Bulldog will still be going towards the bottom lane. Sorry for myself and for others that were expecting an aggressive trial lane. Not gonna happen, no Tidehunter on the bottom lane. I have to say though, aggressive trialing kind of doesn't fit their profile. I guess they play a very safe game. I don't know why people are screaming for Mouse, because Mouse Sports is not in this game, but you know, I'll go with it. But it's still no Tidehunter. But yeah, no Tidehunter plays a very safe game. Goes for those lane controls, goes for the creeps, goes for the gold control in a way. But yeah, Admiral Bulldog, of course, on his Bounty Hunter, and since S4 cannot be here today, we have got a stand-in for no Tidehunter, but the stand-in is not going to be taken over the mid lane. No, it's Eternal Envy that will be playing the mid lane, something that we don't normally see. And we'll be seeing the Templar Assassin played by Eternal Envy, because of that, who's normally of course playing a semi-support role. It's gonna be Loda playing the Gyrocopter, Aki will be playing his Jakiro, and the stand-in, the other Swede, is gonna be Smuggle, who's gonna be playing the Shadow Shaman, and I do hope I pronounce it properly. Also, something that has to be said, something that Villa just said, also, a lot of people might not know it, it will of course also be on the roster for my website. There's now actually a news post on the StarLadder forums, so go to starladder.tv to find out that the Aces Battle of the Year, which Villat is talking about, has got most of the CIS teams in it, like Empire, Na'Vi, Virtus Pro, I mean you name it, Illuminate, even the, yes, this is a team name, United Sexy Boys, in which Artstyle will be playing. Will be, and Artstyle and Dread, by the way, also will be playing in that tournament, and it's gonna be Thursday, it's gonna be Friday, it's gonna be like all over the weekend. It's also offline, it's all gonna be played, or most of it is gonna be played in Cyber Arena in Kiev. So that is how Villa is also included in that one, as he's gonna be casting that also. So that was just like a small commercial. It's also, because of it's of course a live event, it is during the day, so that will be during the day event. Like I think the first match starts at 12 or something, 12 at noon. Oh, hello. Nexus actually slightly checking if there might be erosion. He actually already got a dust in there. And this is interesting. They are realizing that they're probably going to be up against Admiral Bulldog, and this will be aggressive from 25. Curious to see if they're actually going to be able to make through on that one, and if they're actually going to be able to use it successfully. But we'll have to just find out and see, as we see indeed no Tidehunter to the top lane, double damage rune actually up on Loda, so getting some more solid last hits there. And we actually have the person that, well, that I was expecting to be on the top lane. They're actually going to leave top lane totally free. I mean, I did say the Darkseer might be up against the Templar Assassin, and that will be the case. Eternal Envy already getting harassed a bit here as we have the dust being used. Eternal, ooh, bam, you're dead. It is going to be, it's going to be Admiral Bulldog that still dies, and that was a dust, of course, used. They found him very quick Cold feet hit, open wounds. Like I said, the combination with the cold feet, it hits guaranteed, and also with the telekinesis, there are no chance of failure. And that is going to be the first blood going the way of 25. Better yet, going the way of a creep. Yeah, of a creep. So gold gets split. That's actually quite nice. I'm not sure if that was intended, but it's actually quite nice. It's Eternal Envy, of course, someone that we have to keep an eye on because he's not normally the solo mid hero. So curious to see how he's going to be dealing with this, as it's not the most easy lane to be up against the Darkseer. But yeah, there's a tri-lane bottom still, even with the hero in the jungle. Seedoy, of course, is in the jungle. He could be going top still. We have seen solo Enigmas before, and he can just try to deny creeps to get the lane inside the or close to the tier 1 tower top for him. But we'll have to just wait and see. If we have sentry wards up on the Rubik also, they are so prepared for this bounty hunter. It is unreal. Admiral Bulldog not going to be having a fun time, and if he's going to be popping his invisibility close to where people from 25 are, well, I think he's going to be in some trouble, because there's dust, there's wards, there's open wounds, there's everything. He can't run away at all. As well, he's just going to try to get some experience while he does this. He's still level 1 though. He's going to be having, like I said, a tough time. Like level 2 already up on the Lifestealer. And we of course can, well, we can compare him to Loda, who's on the top lane by himself. Like nobody else here. He actually doesn't have anything apart from Tango. It's quite interesting to see, but he doesn't need anything else. He's just last hitting stuff, as we have the stack up here for Smogulik, who's gonna just deny lanes to keep them in check and to make sure that Loda doesn't accidentally push the lane or something like that. It will make sure also that Loda is forced to attack some creeps under the tower, but he just uses his flak gun and he can just do that, and it will be fine for him to do so. As we have in the meantime a slight push here on the bottom lane by the looks of it, and they're not actually stacking and pulling for themselves on the Radiant side, which means that they're actually going to be pushing the tower. Interestingly enough, haste rune activated on the Envy. Let's see if he wants to do something with it. Darkseer just walking back, knowing that haste rune is up there. As we have Envy, he's already level 4, with also now level 4 up on the Darkseer. Still slightly ahead for Envy. Last hit wise, it's 13 last hits for the Templar Assassin, also 13 and 9 is actually 14 now. Nice job. With only 5 last hits for the Darkseer. The thing about Darkseer is, of course, if you have that Iron Shell up there, I don't know what's up with mouse in the chat, but anyway, if you have the Darkseer Iron Shell up there, it is very easy to deny it, because it's just graduate damage, and you know, you can see when the creep is gonna be like that. You can see when it's gonna drop low, and since the Templar Assassin has more last hit right click damage than the Darkseer does, well, that's gonna be putting Templar Assassin in favor of those last hits. And that's also going to be putting him in favor of the Nice with that, of course. 18 last hits, 18 the Nice. Nice job for him, as it's actually a Loda that's highest up on last hits in the Nice. So he's on 24 right now, with the Lifestealer being only on 19. That's of course also because the tower was just pushed, and I mean, he's not able to get everything, unfortunately for him. As well, Admiral Bulldog just trying to make himself useful, trying to run around. He's gonna be able to pick himself up an invisibility rune, unless he wants to give it to Eternal Envy, who's actually being forced away here. Darkseer taking some damage from that, also has to be going all the way back, because he doesn't have a bottle left. Telekinesis doesn't hit on the high ground, will be still in, and that picks of the rune though. And they might actually try to go for this. Bulldog just walking away there. He doesn't want to use his invisibility just yet, but he doesn't need to. Stalioner's actually not going to chase with the TP now in there, and it looks like Seedoy has decided to finally make an appearance on the top lane, so that will be no longer a free lane, as he will be able to deny some creeps to Loda, so that should put, in theory, Nexus slightly on top of there with last hits, as now with Envy just going back to base, also very low on HP and didn't want to be there when Nubik came back with full HP. He just goes back, walks back to base, and lets Bulldog actually takes the experience and farm in the meantime, which is very nice. Maybe not the farm with the Iron Shell up, but the experience is actually really good that he's getting that. And now Envy also TPing back, so we'll be there again, as Envy himself is level 5, no trap just yet. Will not be able to go for it. Bulldog can be landing some harassment here, but it's like I said, just harassment. He shouldn't be able to get a kill. He actually should be careful with his life right now. And there might be more vacuum misses though. Nubik not able to get a kill there. Was so close to getting it though. Bulldog able to stay alive, doesn't even pop his invisibility to try and juke that. The bottle charge is already used by the Darkseer. Now only 1 charge left, with Envy still having all his 3 charges left, and it looks like Seedoy not going to be bottom anymore. Just walking back to that jungle, as we're now going to have Stellianer yeah, leaving the bottom lane and going to help top perhaps. They saw the ward, and they're actually going to counter ward it now also. Sentry ward being placed also at a place where they can see Envy if he goes invisible. As we have Bulldog just, oh, he sees a courier. Oh, that's not enough. Not enough. And the courier now gets, of course, directed away from there so that he can be staying alive. Envy now refraction already off. Can they try to get more? They need a telekinesis. They need something more. They can't get it. Well, there's a telekinesis. They might have to use another sentry ward though. Melt damage going through. Here comes Aki. Ice Bat going through. Doesn't hit anything. Dual breath still on Nubik. Here comes Tito as well. Malefist on Aki. Aki might be a bit too far in, and he is indeed going to be the one to go down. Nubik picking up the kill with that one. Coming in to save his teammate, only to find himself go down after that one. And may I just remind you that no Tidehunter has to win this if they still want to have a chance on going to Kiev. It's not guaranteed if they win, but if they don't win there, that's just end of story right there and then. Then and there? I don't know. Awkward. Anyway, Lifestealer in the meantime, he's managed to pick himself up ahead of Midas, able to get some solid farm up on there. He's on 41 last hit, still behind the loader though, behind the Gyrocopter, who also picked himself up ahead of Midas, so there's just keeping track of that and make sure that he is getting the same amount of experience and farm as the Lifestealer is getting. As we have the Courier picking something up, it is just laser attack though, and some extra shenanigans. As we have Bounty on the back on the bottom lane, still level 3, almost level 4, but we want him to be level 6 of course, because that's when the action is going to start for no Tidehunter. They need him to be level 6, and they need this guy to be level 8-ish, even though maybe at level 6 he might be able to do something already. As he already forced, he actually already forced Nubik away from the lane. But we also, yeah, we need them to have those levels so that they can roam around and get some more farm, get some more kills, because they need kills. He wants action. I do anyway.
Radiant's middle
So we have Tower getting harassed. Bulldog can just do nothing apart from standing by and just going for this as a trap lands to try and check out the rune, and actually is here. I'm not sure why he didn't end up going for it, but it's a double damage rune, and apparently he doesn't want it for now, as we have got Nexus just clearing out the creep wave. In the meantime, next creep wave is already in, and I do think they should be able to take the tower with this as well. And it will indeed be the case. Nexus actually comes in to get the last hit, but no, StarLadder steals it. So he steals it and he takes it, as Cito is going to be forced back here. And Templar Assassin double damage rune still up on MV there, as we have got, well, top lane. I mean, the tower is still fairly low, but it's not dying just yet. Oh, that's awkward graphical bug. In the meantime, double damage rune is going to be difficult for Numik to take care of. He has to be worried a bit about the stupid field damage going through, but he looks to be okay with it, looks to be fine. He doesn't have any bottle charges left though. In the meantime, hello gank. Shadow Shaman as well as Aki standing by. Steroid doesn't know anything, doesn't know this is gonna happen, but it is gonna happen, and here they go. There's gonna be a homing missile, there's gonna be a shackle, and there's gonna be an ice path as well. Dual breath to go through, rocket will hit, and that's gonna be enough. Here comes Nubik though, they want to try and save him. Steroid does not have a black hole unless he uses his soul ring, which should be able to. Aki is indeed the one to go down first. The Lifestealer is even here with jumping in StarLadder. And that is a field gank from no Tidehunter. TP support came too fast, and they couldn't do anything against it. Smoogle, like, at least able to get away with his life. Loda not going to be able to be there anymore either, just fearing for his life, of course. And even with the supports being not that high level, level 4 and level 5 on Rubik and Age Separation, they'll still be defending their lane. Even a sentry ward being placed. I'm not sure if this catches it. I guess it does. It does. Just barely. It's on the edge. But that's at least the vision gone. And Loda continuing to farm, because he can. In the meantime, open wounds up on Bulldog as well as the dust, and that's gonna be a kill. Should be a kill. Malefist there as well, and Nexus picks up the last hit, and he is now definitely ahead of. Actually, no, not even. Bounty Hunter is the one to die. Yeah, it is still this guy that is ahead on farm, on golden experience, in favor of the Lifestealer, which is interesting because, of course, there's no kills yet on the Gyrocopter, while Nexus has been in 2 kills. So this is mostly last hits, and of course also, oh, it's actually 20 last hits different right now. Wow, I didn't think it was that much, but it is. 20 last hits in favor of Loda. We'll put him on top of that net worth charge, and then we'll be having that one up right now, because that's a bit more important than the last hits in the night, as it looks like. With all these kills going the way of 25, they should be, in theory, higher up on there, and the gold graph is indeed in their favor. It's 2k gold in their favor, but that's also because of that tower. So, in reality, it's like basically only 500 gold difference if you take that tower into account there, and that is not as much as you might expect from 4 kills. So that's the time that that 25 took to try and gank, try and get the kill.
Dire's
The
middle
time that they
tower
lost is
under
actually
attack.
worth less than the gold that they got, and that's gonna be into the equation. TPing out, no, Ice Threat gonna hit. Here comes NV as well. Meltdown is going through. Cold Feet still not gonna hit though. Should be fine. TPs are gonna come in. It's gonna be too late for screen. As they're still surging up Enigma, but they can't go for it anymore. It's too risky and too spread out on the side of no Tidehunter. They might find some more that they would have gotten otherwise. I say they would be outnumbered as well. 4 versus 3 is not a wise battle to take if you were on the part of the 3. Lifestealer this time sticking behind, who's going for his armlet. Almost has it complete actually with Bulldog. Level 6, woohoo! So he's able to get some more involvement and maybe trying to go for some track kills. So that will be that. As we have Eternal Envy back inside the mid lane. And he's gonna be joined by Nubik as well. Happy times. Take a look at the experience graph real quick. It's 3 kills difference. It's 1k experience difference. That's still not that much. And that 11 minutes in. Shouldn't read too much of it. It will all depend on what no Tidehunter is gonna do when they get those levels that we expect them to get. I mean, Gyrocopter, he's a great carry, but normally we see him being a great carry when he has that early advantage, when he has, well, he had early advantage, when he has those kills, when he's in that aggressive trailing. He's actually picking up a Morbid Mask, so might be going for a Mask of Madness still, as we have maybe Nubik in some trouble. Here comes that more Bulldog. And surge up, and actually Nubik just going away there, and Bulldog will just not be able to do anything anymore. So we have got Envy also checking for the rune, but it's not going to be there, and it's actually nowhere. It's already invisibility. Oh, Bounty Hunter just picked it up. On the bottom lane. Telekinesis. Wow, Loda, what are you doing there? Still falls a cooldown though. Silliane are taking a lot of damage there. And here actually comes Bulldog. He wants to throw a Janata there. Maybe Shuriken Toss level 3. Might be enough. Should be enough. Is enough. Track still goes up on Bulldog, who instantly TPs to base. But 1 kill for 1 kill. Better pickup, of course, for 25 than it is for no Tidehunter. Considering that it is a farming Gyrocopter against a support Rubik. And Sudo now back to base, as we might have some pressure going on in the tier 1 tower middle. It should be getting denied shortly as well. We might see 25 going in there to try and get that last steal. But I don't think it's going to be happening. Exclamation mark comes out. The tower will get denied, and they're too late to do anything about it, even though Screen still wanted to do something with it. Placed the ward, instantly gets spotted out by the Dire side, who of course noticed that he placed the ward. There's of course also a ward on that side, as we have exclamation marks everywhere. I think Screen is communicating tons. Probably very talkative on their voice communication right now. Loda back on the top lane. I mean, even though he died just now, he is still doing very well on that net worth graph. Maybe using his armlet better than, or sorry, I mean Midas better than Lifestealer. Armlet now complete on the Lifestealer though. I mean, Lifestealer might already try to get a bit more involved right now, considering he does have that armlet and he's able to participate so much more rather than just AFK farm. As we have got 25 with 5 people on this top lane ready for action. And they should be crushing that tier 1 tower, which would be the second tower to drop, or second tower, I mean actually the 3rd tower to drop on the no Tidehunter side, and actually the last tier 1 tower standing on their lane. Of no Tidehunter, and no contest whatsoever coming out for that one. No Tidehunter, just letting it go. Gonna see if they can get something in return of it, maybe in the mid lane, but in the meantime, 25 things, well, they're not stopping us. Why just not continue? And that is an illusion, my friend. Illusions all around, and we still have them, of course, standing around here. The Shadow Shaman. Together with Jakiro and Gyrocopter played by Loda. So we have got Loda. He actually, instead of going for a Mask of Madness or anything like that, he actually picked up his Overclop. And he might actually be going, instead of a Mask of Madness, actually, it is would be probably better if he picked up his Helm of the Dominator. Just to be going for a Satanic later on. We have seen that work so well in the past. Definitely have. And if you haven't, then please watch Illuminate versus a no Tidehunter. It's in the recommended replay list of my YouTube. It's one to watch. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Yes, we're also gonna hit. We see Bulldog going for face boots. Also picked up his permanent shield. No real surprises yet. Just going for the standard build. Templar Assassin now with her blink dagger, so we might see him being a bit more aggressive. aggression, I should say, with face boots also up on Envy there. Smoogle, like we already saw, doesn't have that much apart from just a standard support item. So boots, wards, what more do you expect? And I'm missing someone. Hello, Jakiro. Aki is going to be having the same thing about-ish as Smoogle has on his Shadow Shaman. In the meantime, next to we already saw his armlet. He's got 1500 gold again, though. Curious to see what he's going to go for. Haste rune will be there. Let's see who's going to be picking that up. Envy will be picking that up. And is going to be able to use that probably very nicely as the track goes off on Nubik. And the rotation comes in. Envy being here as well as Smoogle. Like, let's see if they can do something. Also 3 heroes here of 25. And we haven't seen the black hole just yet. Enigma building towards the BKB, by the way, with that Ogre X already in his inventory. And Minthor Hammer going down. Tracks going off left and right. Want to get extra gold in case they got kills. The Darks here, that was doing a nice mid, already picked himself up a mechanism. So that's a nice early mech for them. And then meaning that Enigma doesn't have to go for that mech, which is of course a great help, so that he can instantly go for that BKB as his first item, because there's nothing really that can interrupt him on No Tidehunter if he has a BKB. TP out, no, not possible. Stelianer shackled, mal damage goes down. A quick pickup for No Tidehunter, and I do think Stelianer just overextending, shouldn't have been on the top lane. And if he was on the top lane, well, then he shouldn't have been that far into enemy territory, to be fair. So he got ganked, and no wards up means no vision. No vision means just you're dead, basically. That's the way it goes. And Gavrocopter has something in the donkey. What does he have in the courier? What does he have in the courier? Just the overclub. Okay. Well, that's that then. And I already did the Dire. I'm just checking if I missed some items. Minthor Hammer up on Lifestealer, so Desolator's gonna be next. We have got 4 heroes soon again on this bottom lane. We've got Age Separation might be going for an urn, picked up 2 Gauntlets of Strength. Just because he could, maybe 2 Bracers still also. I mean, he's not sure until he actually picks something up. With still Templar Assassin, Eternal Envy just picking up that tower. TPing still from Cedar, but not able to get anything anymore. Envy just blinking himself away. As we have Stelianer with the smoke, with the wand. And other than that, nothing more. And we have another tower being picked up, and nothing still being taken in response for that one. Maybe they can still get the tier 2. Which would be a nice thing to get when, you know, just something in return for those tier 1 towers that just dropped. It looks like they are able to get it. No TP is going to come in. They are rotating there, but it's going to be too late. And then next is actually picking up the tower gold for that. And here we have got No Tidehunter wanting to get revenge for their fallen tower. Let's see if they can get it. We can, of course, have Lifestealer TPing out. He's going to have to be careful, though. Here comes the lowdown now. Well, where's the rage? And there comes Bullock as well. The raging TP out should be able to do that one just fine, as we also have the TP out just from the Darks who went back to base with that. So pretty clear that, as we have No Tidehunter now maybe going for Roshan. Indeed they are. They have, of course, got a Templar Assassin, so minus armor up on the Roshan. Able to do that fairly securely. And that's going to be Roshan taken down. I don't think that they're going to try to do anything with it, even though they know it is there. BKB is actually ready on Enigma. We still haven't seen a black hole. But at the same time, 25, they've tried to push out a team fight, kinda. But they've not really been able to get it straight away. And the thing is, if you're not able to get your team fight when you want to, and you stick around for too long to try and force it out, your opponent might be coming up with a different approach, and you might actually be the one to go down instead. So you don't really want to have that. And we now have the smoke up for 25 as they're thinking about going that way, or at least that's what they drew on the minimap. And maybe they're going to try to find some people here. Envy and Smogulok being around. Just Stelianer is going to find them. Telekinesis there. And there's going to be a Fate Bolt going through. Vacuum back in. That CH is already gone at the same time. It is the Shadow Shaman that drops Smogulok just to support. Dying very fast. Envy is not going to be able to stay alive here either. The Iron Shell drops so fast, or sorry, the refraction drops so fast with an Iron Shell. Here comes Loda though, cooldown is gonna hit on 3, he's still gonna take a little damage, he's got his own BKB though, but the black hole will still be there. It's on 2, and it's 2 that drop as well. Buyback now from Envy. Trap still hits, refraction on Stelianer. They're looking for more Envy there, and realize that he has to get himself away. Bulldog also getting himself away. No track up on the Rubik, so he is fine for now. Envy, what are you doing? Surge up, and the blink away is before the Malefice. Rocket still hits. Loda still wanting to go in for this one. Has 25 sticked around for too long. They find Bulldog. They kill Bulldog off. Dark Seer will vacuum back in. Envy backing himself out of that one. Let's see if they're gonna try and chase this one. They still have a Malefice again in 3 seconds. Nubik being turned into a chicken. Ether shot going through. Smogulik straight on the way out again. Already very low on life again. Traps to hits. Cooldown hits again. It's super short cooldown. Nice ice pad. Actually hits on 2. Macropyre as well. Dual Brad going through. It's Saliena that drops, and now Steroid gonna be going down as well. And they just run through the Macropyre, but Nubik doesn't care. He kills off Smogulik, and now he still dies. Gem of True Sight dying with that as well, and they only just got it. And now it is Nexius and Screen that should be doing it. Nexus already TPing out of that one, able to do so in time. Screen, is he gonna be as lucky? He is just a support agent operation. Nice path is gonna be there. He still has 15 stick charges, but I don't think that's gonna be mattering. He will be dying, and he knew his fate, and that's another track he'll go in the way of no Tidehunter. So 25, they won a fight, and then they stuck around, and then they lost a fight, and then they weren't able to take the fight anymore. And they lost it, and they lost a lot of track kills with that as well. So we do see the gold graph, it goes up first. Don't think this is all the way updated just yet, but it will go down again afterwards, because those were a lot of track kills going the way of no Tidehunter. I'm just waiting for this graph to update properly. Go on. Is this actually updated properly? Does it really say that? There we go. Thank you. So it's going the way of no Tidehunter. It's more towards the 0 line. Of course, we still have 25 slightly in favor, but it really doesn't make a difference at all right now. Look. This is showing it way better than what I meant before. This is showing it like, okay, 25 won a fight, lost a fight. That's how fast it can go. And they fight Eternal Envy. Dust being popped. Malefice also there. There is an ice bat trying to hold them back, but Eternal Envy still going to be dropping here with the Nubik picking up the kill, and that's a quick pick off. In the meantime, the gem, I don't know why it's still on the floor. I mean, we saw it lying around like ages, and they both have wards here. I'm not sure why. And awkward. But yeah, 25 had the gem, lost the gem, and half the gem again. Good stuff. And now they counter ward this as well, as they just see, of course, the ward there because they have the gem. Tower goes down as well. 25 doing a great job. And again, I will remind you, because I see that a lot of new people joined. If no Tidehunter does not win this game, they will have no chance to go to the offline finals in Kiev. Well, unless one of the other 4 teams that's going to be there cancels. But they will have not enough points to get in the top 4 of the StarLadder group stages anymore. And then it will be all up to Mouse Sports, Empire, and Fnatic, who are still in the lead or in the running towards that. So no Tidehunter, even though they are not looking too great right now. At least, well, they actually are in favor of the experience, but if we look around the map, it looks like the control mostly in favor of 25. But they kind of have to win this. So for 25 though, if they lose this match, they will have a very high chance of having to play regulation matches to be still in Star Series. Because, well, the bottom 2 get dropped out. We already know who those are going to be. One is going to be Fubar, of course, is no longer there, but that's why they drop out, obviously. The other one is guaranteed to be Illuminate, who is no longer going to be in Pro Series, Star Series anymore, is going to get dropped to Pro Series. And then there's the 2 above those 2 that will be having to play regulation matches. And there's still 3 teams that can be that. It is either Pulse, Sven Hunters, or 25. So we're going to see which one of, or two of the 3, of course. So we're gonna see if 25 can make sure that, well, I have to say, if they win this match, they still have a chance to have played regulation matches, because it also depends on the other teams that are still playing today. But at least their chance is a bit higher to not having to do it. Let's just put it that way. And with still 3 matches to be played by Pauls and 1 match to be played by Sven Hunters against Mouse later today. Actually starts at in 15 minutes on the Neo Dota stream played by Mout. And by the way, if this game is still going on right then I would have to just alt tab for a second to give the caster the password for that game. Ether shot going through. Looks like 25 is looking for some action on the bottom lane. Tracks going off. They're forcing out a TP soon from Envy, who's not there. Ice Bat going through, still hits on 2. Nubik just running in there because he can. Dual Breath misses. Well, hits on creeps, I guess, but doesn't hit on towers. And, or towers. Heroes. Heroes are hitting on towers in return, because they are not really stopped with that, apart from by the creeps who are there again. But that's just free damage done to the tower. Look at that. tower down to 400 HP, and what
Radiant's
did
top tower is
No
under
Tidehunter
attack.
get instead of that one? Nothing. Well, they do have Envy now trying to take a tier 2 tower in return for that one, but Surge up on Nexus, and then he's opening up on Shadow Shovel, 1 hit, 2 head, you're dead. That's a Desolator complete, by the way, in case you didn't realize that, together with a Demon's Edge. Tower, gonna be the next one, gonna go down, it's actually Steliano that picks that up, and that's Barracks in the meantime, gonna be hit on. No Tidehunter, where's your counterattack? 4,800 gold up on the Gyrocopter. Loda, buy something. He somersaults himself away as now Envy comes in. Buyback actually from the Shadow Shaman. Ice Path, hits on 3. Great Ice Path. Cooldown coming down as well, and his Nexus that drops. Now Cedoy has to be careful. He does have a black hole, but he doesn't want to die first, but he does. And now Nubik, you're going to try to get away. Ice Path misses, but Nubik still going to go down. TP out of there was in time from Ancient Deprivation, but the Gem of Truth still drops on the floor, and this time they'll finally pick it up. And that's a tier 3 tower down. With Steliano already back on the top lane pushing this out because they still got the tier 2 tower here. But they lost a tier 3 in return. They did get a team fight, however. And that's something that's worth saying something. There's a lot of gold going their way. Track gold, to be exact. And that's 2k gold now in their favor, which is really nothing 26 minutes in. I'm just saying that one. In the meantime, it's the experience graph that shows it a bit more clear, now in favor of No Tidehunter. Looking a bit better to still have a chance to go to Kiev. With Gyrocopter picking up the tower. Did he? Oh, he bought something. Oh my god, what's in the courier? It's a relic. Oh, it's a relic. And we know what that is. We know what that is. Because Gyrocopters normally don't go for radiances. And may I just point out, like show and shop. I don't think it's gonna be a Basher or an Abyssal Blade, do you? No, I think this one is gonna be it. That will be interesting. And we have seen, of course, Gyrocopters with Rapiers a lot lately. I mean, it's actually a viable build because he can, with his Flak Cannon, just hit everybody with that Rapier, which is tons of damage going through the entire opponent team. And he can fight by himself and turn team fights around with that. The only tricky part is this guy. It is the Black Hole. It is the Enigma. The what Black Hole on... Well, I was gonna say on feet, but he doesn't have feet. He doesn't have legs. Okay, it's a gliding black hole. That is it. But that's, if he gets caught in that, he might not be living long enough to actually use his Rapier. But I think that Lifestealer will be very happy if he gets the Rapier. In theory, Lifestealer could go for Rapier, but we don't expect that. I'm expecting actually just MKB or something like that, something standard. Maybe even still Deadlifts. Could be it too. So many options. But maybe. But yeah, I don't think that Loda realized that it's actually still in the courier. Because we saw it flying back and forth and it's still in there. It now also has a Gem of True Sight as they just counter-warded some. We've got 5 heroes again from 25 inside, well, rather on this bottom lane as we have Nexus and Screen actually just, well, drawing on a minimap going towards the mid lane. It looks like both teams are happy to farm. Well, I know that No Tidehunter is happy to farm. Because they don't really have to do anything until, well, apart from farm, until this guy has got enough gold. He almost has enough gold. Well, if he does get a Rapier... Chrysalis. No, that's not it. A Rapier and Mask of Madness. This is an interesting combination. But finally, Loda's still getting his Mask of Madness. Going for a Satanic, as I said earlier, or a Helm of the Dominator, rather. But... no Rapier yet. But they are slowly but steadily getting their items up. I mean, we also have a BKB up on the Bounty Hunter as well as a Vladimir Suffering. BKB completed up on Envy. Here comes Lifestealer. It looks like Melee Barracks already down before the fight's even started, and Nexus just walking away from that. That's all they came for. That's all they came for, and they got it. Tracks going off, but hey, what can you do? There's 5 heroes here. Might seem 4, but this is actually an infested Darkseer. Ooh, Envy. Be careful, Cedo is still going to be hit by the rocket. And they might see that as a way to go in, if they want to. Trap going down there. There's a blink in. Meltdown is going through a screen. Is already dead before the fight starts. Nubik, gonna try to get something going. There's a cooldown coming down. BKB up. And Nathan looking for the black hole. Catches Bulldog with it. Macropyre going through as well. But Bulldog still goes down. Darkseer picking up the kill. Darkseer also going down to Envy right now as Enigma gets dropped by a war trap. Triple kill by Envy in the meantime. And this might be the good chance for you, Loda. You can do it, you can go for Rapier. Roshan also back up, by the way, just pointing that one out, which is of course something that he wants to have when he has that Rapier. You want to have that Aegis, because, you know, then at least you have a chance to go down and be back up again with your Rapier rather than just losing it straight away. But, hello Rapier. It is complete, Loda has it. And it's looking good and shiny and sunny again for no Tidehunter. It's their 12k experience in favor. And the gold in favor is still about around 7,500, which is, again, not that much. Just saying it again. And the net worth difference, I mean, Loda's not even that far ahead of the Lifestealer. Lifestealer finished up as MKB as expected. No crazy rapiers on this side yet, because if they manage to kill off Loda, then we might see that. In the meantime, I'm not sure if this advantage of this melee barracks is gonna be enough for 25 to take on a rapiered gyrocopter, because gyrocopters with rapiers is just enough. And as long as we don't see all that much exclamation marks on the map from the Radiant side up on Loda, we know that they don't know that there is indeed a rapier up on this guy. Though he is showing it off, of course. But I don't think yet that 25 knows that this is going on right now. Envy is going to be finding himself face to face with StarLadder soon. StarLadder, who is shadow walked, interestingly enough. But Envy is just going to be walking around there. He's going to be ganked soon. Surge up for Cedo. He's able to land a stun perhaps. Here he comes. StarLadder can start off with the telekinesis. Oh, blink. Oh, nice. Too late. Thou shall be too late, 25. Thou shall be too late. In the meantime, Lifestealer is going to find himself a bounty hunter in the jungle. Night creeps. And he gets it too. Bulldog. Just gonna land a track probably and then back off. Not even that. Okay. In the meantime, 25 of course not getting anything on the top lane. Might be trying to go for, of course, this tier 2 tower, as we do have now no Tidehunter ready to fight. They want to defend this, and more importantly, they want to show off this guy. He has got an Aegis. He's got Boots of Travel. He's got a Mask of Madness. He's got a BKB, but more importantly, he's got himself a Divine Rapier. 25 chasing their might, not going top, don't want to be up against a prepared team. There's actually a new Gem of Truth set up on the Rubik, which is good. We have also got an Ultimate Orb up on the Darkseer. Might be going for that, that thing. What am I saying? I actually think that thing. Lincoln's, perhaps. I was confused with the Sheever's guard, but that doesn't need a Ultimate Orb. Sheever, don't be silly. Crazy talk. And this is just a bit of dance around. And there goes the exclamation mark. There goes the exclamation mark. Came out from Cedo. And they had an exclamation mark on Loda, so it might be that they finally saw this. 3,400 gold. You can go all in, by the way. I mean, if you die as a gyrocopter and actually die, so you lose your rapier as a gyrocopter, it might not be that important to still have a buyback. So he can go all in with his items if he wants to, unless they feel like they can take on a rapier and lifestealer, perhaps, if he can get it, of course. Like, he's basically one of the only ones in which hands it's really dangerous to have a rapier. But what would he buy? More damage. MKB. Oh, basically anything could do. The rapier is the more important item right now. So we have 1,500 gold up on Nubik. Let's check the buybacks. Oh, actually, Radiant has 3 buybacks still ready. So if they want to go for a fight, they can. And it's going to be, well, probably at their base, to be fair, because no Tidehunter is probably going to lose patience soon. And try to go for this last tower and then perhaps push into the base if they feel like 25 is still not there. And then that might be turning into a fight. But if it's going to be a fight at the base of 25, that will be working in their favor, because with those buybacks they might actually be able to take a fight. But at the same time, this guy, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's so much damage going through. Might not be enough. To the tower, gonna be pressured. I don't think you want to try to go for base race here. Wow. 25, so they are gonna be TPing back. They missed one hero though. It's gonna be Smoogle. Look, that is just a bit slow there. Now he's still gonna be in time to try and take this fight. There goes the refraction picked up by StarLadder. Track goes off in the meantime as Bulldog just realized, well, I can at least land the track now that he already stole something. It's of course very painful to have your Rubik steal the track, because it's such a great spell to have. I mean, at this point, not only to see the bounty hunter, because they do have a gem of course for that, but more importantly, just see the positioning of your opponent's team, because you want to have your Enigma being able to throw out the best black hole of his entire life. That was Flak Cannon, and that was Rubik dying, and that was a gem being destroyed by Envy. That was just 2 hits. 2 flak cannon hits by Loda. Support Rubik drops. Just like that. There wasn't even a fight or anything. Buyback from the Rubik. He could do that. Now BKB up on Loda. Can he hit some heroes? There goes all the flak cannons. Rage up by Nexus, and his Loda that backs off. He's being very careful. No surprise. He does have now cooldown on his BKB, however. And the thing is, when you have cooldown on your BKB, apparently you fly away as fast as you can. Well, that's not what I was expecting, but he does. What I was gonna say is that when you have cooldown on your BKB, you do have that Aegis. I mean, if you still die, you don't have your Aegis to try and get away anymore. And that is gonna be something that you kind of want to have. So that's why they back off. They're gonna be probably coming back when the Gyrocopter has got his BKB up again, which is gonna take 25 seconds. In the meantime, they'll just, well, farm apparently and just push the waves back. I don't know. I stuttered. I know. In the meantime, they just were able to take the tier 3 tower. That's it. 3,900 gold up on the lifestealer. There was of course a buyback from the Rubik, but I have no doubt that Rubik will die again in 2 hits, basically. If he gets hit by that again, so his positioning is going to be very important. Smoke goes off. They need to find people to kill to get that advantage, and not to fight 5-on-5 with the Gyrocopter standing behind those 4 heroes from No Tidehunter and just shooting stuff. Blink now up on Enigma also. So that black hole is going to be hitting. If it's going to be hitting on the Gyrocopter, I mean, they have got that disable, of course. That's going to be the black hole disable, which is all nice. There's the butterfly. Finally sold his hand of Midas. The butterfly off the bat. No buyback needed for him. Oh, hello. Hello, Bounty Hunter. BKB'd up. Goes for Sulliana first. There's a 4-stop forward. Able to stay alive. It is going to be a black hole. Still hitting on Loda. Is there going to be enough damage? Ice Path going through though. On Cedoy soon. But he's got his BKB. Still goes down in Necropyre and Ether Shock. Loda still alive. Force back. Scream. Gonna go down. Shackle up on Smogulico still dies and drops a gem with that. As we have got Nubik. Is he going to pay for that one with his life? Looks like he is. And the last one alive is going to be Nexus, the last one alive on the Radiant side. He still is able to pick up the Jakiro, but still goes down. It's a team wipe for 25. And Loda is still alive. He actually didn't drop the Hand of Midas, well he did, but he also dropped the Aegis. Well, I guess that was just because the time ran out of that one.
Regeneration!
A regen up for Gyrocopter. Wow, no Aegis anymore. Would have been painful if he died, but he didn't die, so he's all fine. And he's now going to be more than fine, as he's going to be pushing into the middle lane. And the only one up is the buyback Nexus. Let's be really careful, of course. If he's gonna die again, and then there will be no hope left for 25. Well, unless there's no aggression coming up from No Tidehunter, who's still playing very safe with that Divine Rapier. You can't blame them for doing so, though. I mean, that's just a given, right? Unfortunately, so. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I have to just be right back, because that password that I said earlier is gonna be that. Bam. I hope that's gonna be in time. I hope it is in time. There. As I did say that I would do that. Anyway. Let's just see when No Tidehunter is going to be doing it. Yeah, that was me giving the password. Because right now on the Neo Dota channel, Mouse is going to be casting Mouse versus Sven Hunter. So the people that were shouting Mouse, Mouse, Mouse can now finally watch Mouse on the Neo Dota stream. It should be happening. Yes, I was in time. Phew. Breathe. I breathe. It's on good track. Nubik, who might be slightly painful here soon. As we still got Loda. I wonder what he is doing. Farming. I know. It is surprising. Might be just wanting to go for another Aegis soon and just don't do anything until they have that again, which is quite boring, but you can't, like I said, you can't blame them. We want to see action with that Rapier, and we know that they probably would win a fight, and they probably know that too, but they can't take any chances, because if they lose that, then that's going to be over. We've got Templar Assassin, he's got his Deadless complete, Bulldog in the meantime, Basher complete, so that's actually going to be Gyrocopter disconnecting, and that's not good. That's a Rapier disconnect. Oh my god, 25, this is your chance. As we have got 4,300 caught up on the life steal. I guess I kind of think like the one thing that might be able to save this for 25, if they're not able to take down the Loda, the Rapier I was gonna say, but let's just call him by his name. Then they might need a Rapier themselves, maybe on the life stealer. It's gonna be basically the only one that's able to do that amount of damage. The only real carry hero. You have Screen, doesn't have much power apart from Earn and Threads. Cedo, of course, Blink, BKB, Black Holes to come, but he needs to team. Like last time, he got a nice BKB off a Black Hole up on Gyrocopter, but the only one that was there to actually do something was Nexus, and Nexus came in way too late with that. So we should have kind of maybe infested inside Cedo so he could jump out with the Black Hole, but that didn't happen, and the rest of the team was already picked off at the apart at the side. As a StarLadder also has 4 subs, so it's really 25 banking all of their play on the team fight potential and of course on this guy. I don't think I posted the password. You know, nobody has it right, so it's all cool. Happy times. Anyway, just to be safe for you people, the game that's gonna start after this one, which is Empire versus El Pride, it will not start until this game is actually over. So that is gonna be you being happy with that, hopefully. And that's gonna be a deciding match as well. If Empire wins that one, they will be going to Kiev, or at least they will be invited if they're actually going, which they probably will be still there. Here, this is just, well, we have the pause anyway. I know that a lot of you joined later, so that they didn't see this nice purple iPhone Android-like standings list. I know, right? Pretty. So Navia Virtus Pro are already going through to the offline finals in Kiev Cyber Arena. Empire and Fnatic, they only have to win their last match and then they're going to be guaranteed to go through. If they don't win their last match, which is all today by the way, all the remaining matches are today. This is the last day of StarLadder. Group stages, that is. If Empire and Fnatic don't win their matches, or either one, and Mouse Sports and Tidehunter win both of their remaining matches today, because they both have 2 matches. If they win both, then they'll be tied with Empire or Fnatic or whichever who didn't use their, or didn't win their match, basically. And then we're going to have a tie, and then there's probably going to be some games to decide that, even though and it's not going to be counted. Like, for example, someone yesterday said, because Mouse has actually lost from both Empire and Fnatic, they will not be able to go through regardless. But that is not true. I've been told by Villet that if they indeed win and they'll be even on points, it will be only points that is going to be mattering. So, there you have it. And Fnatic is going to be having their last match versus Pulse. Said is going to have a Russian showdown versus El Pride. So that is going to be that. Mouse Sports is going to be up against Sven Hunters, and the last match of the day is today is Mouse Sports versus Pulse. And Tidehunter is going to be up against 25, I believe. And maybe also up against Mouse still. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, if you want to check that out, you can go to dota2.starladder.tv and you can find that all out. In the meantime, the 3 teams that you see below that are not the lowest 3, because the lowest are Fubar, who is already out because they kind of merged with, of course, Evo, who turned into Sven Hunter, so they're no longer in, they're already out. And Illuminate is also already out of the Star Series. So that is going to be those 2 that are just not going to be in, going to be dropped down to Pro Series, so that's that. And then the 2 above those, on the rankings list, will be having to play regulation matches. And for those 2 spots, these 3 teams are in the running, and they don't want to be that, so they have to win to make sure that they don't go to those regulation matches. Though of course you will still be able to get ahead if you just get your points, and you'll be able to go to StarLadder Star Series, I should say, if you win your match against the regulation matches that will be played against the Pro Series teams. But you'll still have to play to stay in the competition, and that's something that you of course don't want to have. You want to have just guaranteed to still be in Star Series next season. Because Star Series is fun, and has a lot of exposure and stuff. So that's that. That's the standings, and we still have a pause. He's back in 1 sec. Well, that obviously wasn't true, because he's still not back. He has an internet problem. I thought he was a Swede. Well, of course he is a Swede. But is Swedish people having internet issues? Who knew? Who knew that it was possible that Swedes have internet issues, right? But it happens, apparently, so. But, yeah. At the same time, what more? Oh, yeah, I can tell you something more. I can tell you that the Kiev Cyber Arena is going to be, of course, occupied with StarLadder from the 20th till the 23rd of December, which, by the way, is the same weekend as the Asia. So you can watch good Dota in the morning and good Dota in the afternoon with StarLadder. So that's cool. But coming Thursday until Sunday is also going to be occupied with Dota 2, the Cyber Arena, that is, because the Aces Championships of the end of the year are going to be happening at StarLadder Cyber Arena then, and there's going to be a lot of CIS teams participating, like Navi, Empire, Virtus.pro, Illuminate, and also a team that a lot of you might not know, a team with art style and dread in it called United Sexy Boys. Yes, that's right. If you want to know more about that, you can also do so, check that out at the news post on dota2.starladder.tv. So you can find that out there. Really, 1 minute. It's not happening. 1 second, rather. It's not even 1 minute, because it's been way past 1 minute. But yeah, you can also check out that. Oh yeah, no, Tyler is already playing 25. What am I saying? Sorry, I'm now catching up with the chat. Of course, their title is going to be up against 25. I'm also thinking they're going to be up against Mouse, but I will be able to check that right now. They're actually going to be up against Pulse. Yeah, Pulse. No title against Pulse. I will just let you see the list, the games of today. Well, not let you see them. I will just say it. Because after this match, like I said, we're going to have Empire versus Pride. The game that we're going to see after that one, probably the most interesting of tonight, maybe. There's going to be two that's going to be interesting. It's going to be Fnatic versus Pulse. Fnatic EU, that is, of course, the same team that just won the Thor Open. After that game, we're going to have No Tidehunter versus Pulse. And after that game, we're going to have Mouse Sports versus... We're going to have 3 Pulse games in a row. Mouse Sports versus Pulse is going to be the last game of the day. And if you want to still watch Dota afterwards, you can, because the defense will then still be going on. Actually, it goes on for a long time tonight. It's going to be a match at a 9:45, and there's going to be a match at 11. And I do think both games, or in theory, both games should be casted. And if they are casted, they're casted by Epi. You can find the stream link in on my forums on the casting section, and then the daily casting schedule. Or you can find it on Reddit too, actually. The daily match schedule on the sidebar. You'll see the link. But if it's not casted by Epi, then do try to find there is streams for it. There's a lot of people, a lot of community casters that are just casting it from from Dota TV. So they bought the ticket and they're casting it from Dota TV. And I will actually just link it to you. There. 2 minutes ago, the link was up in the stream. There you go. I wonder where my admins are at times like these. Oh, USB, United Sexy Boys. That's how they're called. USB sounds a bit better, but it's still United Sexy Boys. So yeah, but oh, the ready goes. Sorry, I'm distracted. That's what happens when you have long pauses. I start to talk. Well, I continue to talk crap, I guess. Anyway, 25. The only mission that they have right now is take down Loda. I won't say this guy because I said it apparently too much, but they will take down Loda. Who's level 25? Oh, they find someone though. Oh, Aki, Malefice going up, Dulbrat's going through, Ghost Scepter not at the right time, Fateful's going through, extra damage because of Ghost Scepter, Ice Bomb. Nope, nothing. He's dead. Age Separation picking up the last hit. Gold for you. Well, he definitely needed that gold, barely has any. In the meantime though, they need to be bottom soon as well, because looks like Loda is ready to fight. Although I think they're first gonna go for Roshan, who's gonna be back up again. Shortly. Maybe they can try to go for something with that flak cannon. But he backs off again. With all these TPs coming here, rockets flying.
Middle tower is under attack.
They're just making sure that they're not gonna be surprised when they go for Roshan. So now they know that the opponents are in the base. They've got wards. They can see them. They have tracks. They can see if they smoke, and they can safely do Roshan, which will be up in a couple of seconds.
Dire's top
So that's
tower
going to be
is
that.
under attack.
Sentry ward just in case. Well, all safety. Ooh. Envy, careful. But it's fine, he blinked away, and this is going to be a Nyx bomb. Or is it? Smoking?
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Immortality!
And now that Roshan is down, will they actually back? Oh, I'm saying they missed something in their smoke, but I just said it was an X-bomb. Maybe they can go for Envy. He's on the Ancients, but they don't see him. Where are they gonna go? Well, we can see, of course, where they're gonna go, but they're not gonna find anybody. Unfortunately, that smoke was failed. Maybe a bit of a failed timing there by 25, but not knowing when Roshan was gonna be up again. And there is finally the Satanic. We saw it coming from miles away. Satanic. No more Mask of Madness. More survivability. Let's see, 5,300 gold up on the Templar Assassin. Smugguluk has got a gem. By the way, I saw someone in the chat asking if S4 was Smugguluk. That's not the case. This is a different Swedish guy. S4 is not going to be playing for this match, apparently. As in, otherwise he would have been here. And that's also why we see Eternal Envy on a role that he normally doesn't play at the solo mid. Which was quite interesting. He did okay. He did indeed do okay. Smoke by Eloda. Well, they can just go bottom and just take the team fight, force the team fight, kill some people, and then take the towers and barracks. I think they are having that advantage. At the same time, it is only... Well, no, Lifestealer again has got a buyback again as well. There's 2 people that have buyback on the side of the Radiant team. That might be enough to get him. If they need a blink in with the black hole. Osterliener, Telekinesis is there, up on load. I still has his BKB, of course, but not going to be popping it for now. They need that blink in BKB. Where's the Enigma? There is he. Need to keep an eye on him. Is the ward's getting countered? There is, of course, the Gem of True Sight there. Chilling touch because they can. Tracks going off. Traps going off also. Midnight Pulse. The awkward blinking. Oh, bye. That's one. Eternal Envy just blinking in. BKB on. Now it's gonna be barracks. They're gonna go for Nubik running away. There's a blink in. There's a black hole. Gets interrupted though. No BKB activated by Enigma. And the team Templar Assassin picks up Xenoid Gyrocopter, killing off Nubik, who buys back instantly. Nexus now also dying. He cannot buy back anymore because he already did. Eternal Envy is the one to still go down the fountain. But he buys back. Nexus still actually able to buy back. There we go. There's gonna be screen also dropping low, just having a good time. He still has the ages. He can't be this ballsy lifestealer trying to lifesteal himself in life, but he can't do it. Triple kill, and I do believe that this is the time when we indeed see the GG well played going through, so no Tidehunter can still go to Kiev. We still have 1 more game left tonight, also. It's gonna be against Pulse, and after that they have to hope that Empire or Fnatic or both don't win their matches that they have today, but at least they're not out of it yet. And they hold on to the straw of hope that they have to still go to Kiev Cyber Arena on the 20th until the 23rd of December, as we're waiting for them to just pick off everything and just go for the throne and just make sure everything goes down, unless there's gonna be the Rubik disconnecting. There he goes, and also, of course, the Darkseer disconnecting, who's dead, by the way, so he'll disconnect hopefully shortly afterwards also. After this game, we'll have another deciding match. Well, that one is gonna be absolutely deciding for Empire for sure, as it will determine if Empire wins. They will be going to the Kiev Cyber Arena. If Empire loses, then they might be caught in a 3 or 4-way tie. Loda's having some fun. Well, we'll let him have it. But the throne is gonna go down regardless. And yeah, it's gonna be Pride versus Empire. That's the one that we're gonna see, a Russian showdown. At the same time, I can also say that right now, I think at this very moment already, Mouse Sports is fighting against Sven Hunters. Mouse Sports are in the same situation as No Tidehunter is. If they lose this match, they have no chance anymore to go to Kiev. If they win the match, they still have to rely on Fnatic or Empire losing their match. So that is going to be the case, and that's going to be casted on Neodota by Mout. Right now, right here, is going to be Empire versus Pride. Stick around for that game, as it's going to be coming up shortly. Oh yeah, before I switch, my name is Sheever, I'm a Ghost of Gamers caster. If you want to support me, subscribe to my YouTube, please. I'm going for 5k subscriptions, so you can definitely help there. It is youtube.com/SheeverGaming. Get me that 5k, even though I'm very close to 4k right now. So that will be nice. That will be nice already. So yeah, be right back with another game of Dota 2, right on this channel.